Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is V and I like to take you guys along as I reflect on the month that has just ended and set intentions for the month ahead. Usually we do a bunch of deep cleaning around the house, declutter, workout, meal prep, and hop on the productivity train. But for this month, I chose to do the opposite and actually slow down so I can re-energize myself to feel my absolute best to welcome this month and tackle this reset. And before we hop into the nitty-gritty, I invite you to make your favorite drink of choice. For me, after a long hike, I'm going to make myself an iced matcha latte. This morning's hike was so nice. It was the first time that we went snowshoeing in a hot minute, and we went to a snowshoe trail and it was really nice. There was absolutely no one. It was snowing and the weather was mild. So I kind of just realized, oh my god, March is just around the corner. How this 2 months in the year has already passed and we're already in March, which means that spring is upon us. I think it's the first winter in my entire life where I don't feel like I have gone through like seasonal depression, and I feel like my mental health has been pretty steady. And I think it's because I have learned to really appreciate doing some sports outside, including skiing and snowshoeing. The difference between this year and last year is that last year I wasn't taking indie out intentionally on my lunchtime, but now I do. And I think that even though the sun is not out, the vitamin D and being outside and being in the sun really has a positive effect on me, and it helps kind of breaking up my day. So no, this winter has been quite of an enjoyable winter, and here I am already doing a monthly reset. Let's reset together. So doing a little bit of self-introspection and reflection before moving on to the next month, which is the last month of Q1. Oh my god, it's just time is flying by. So my goals for February were fairly simple. I only had 2, and I'm very happy and sad to report that I didn't hit my entire target. So one of them was to be independent on the slope, because I've started skiing as an adult in my mid-30s. I started last year, but I didn't have enough time to practice because the weather wasn't on our side. This year, it's been a totally different experience, and I've gained a lot of confidence and conquered fear as a woman in her mid-30s, being overly analytical, and I've kind of stepped over that fear. And that was a long rant to say that one of my goals was to be independent on the slope, which I have officially accomplished. So I did a total of 3 ski lessons, and Janie and I went a few times, just him and I. And you know, the first time I think in my last reset, I did show a video of me without an instructor on the slope, and I was like really like in the block. But I am someone that kind of just like, I was very mechanical and just thinking of where my body was placed, and I wasn't really in the feel. But slowly but surely now I am starting to gain some confidence and kind of leaning into the feel of skiing, and it's been very fun. I am very proud that I am independent on the slope. My last goal as well was to finish my Agile Certified Practitioner exam prep. I haven't done this. Once again, I have underestimated the amount of material to learn, to study, and doing some exam prep. So I'm still working on this. I'm kind of taking my time. I don't like rushing into this. So I'd rather to take a little bit more time, but to be fully prepared than not being prepared and failing the exam. So one of couple goals that we have, JD and I, is to spend more time in nature. So although we live in the mountains here in Canada, we live in a forest and we live in a small village, and it's really nice and it's really beautiful and we're surrounded by forest. What we mean by that is to really go in the forest where when you don't say a word, it is so silent that your eardrums hurt. So this is the type of spending more time in nature that we want, something that we want to integrate more. One of the actionable steps to make sure that we do it is that every month we try to find a different trail, find new things and new experiences that we can do with Indy. And we've done that twice. My word of affirmation for 2025 is consistency. And I think that February, this is something that I did apply really well. So I've been really consistent with my reading. I've been really consistent with my meditation. And another thing I've been super consistent with, which I think had a very positive impact on my mental health, is I'm journaling every day. I've been consistent and inconsistent throughout the years with journaling, but I got the formula down. I have the system down. I tricked myself into journaling by using my little date stamp. It's on my vanity, so it's always there. And even the nights that I just don't want to do it, I'm like, I really want to stamp the stamp. I don't want to skip a day. So I'm going to continue this, and I really want to carry this into March as well. So moving on to my March goals. So one of my goals is to gain more confidence on the slope because we have at least another month ahead of us to ski. So I really want to continue improving in the sport, and hopefully, I will kind of be stylish at the end of the season. It's not natural to me yet. It's not like riding a bicycle. And in March, I'm kind of going to transfer my exam prep over to March. I really have to do it. As much as I just said, I want to take my time. Like I just want to get it over with. So, alrighty. Let's talk about my YouTube analytics. February was quite a fun month. All right, so let's do this. So in terms of subscribers, in January, when I did my reset last, we were at 226 subscribers. And today we are at 313 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I believe that lots of you come from my How YouTube Changed My Life with less than 500 subscribers. So I want to welcome you all. If you're here and watching this video, welcome, and thank you so much for watching. So in terms of watch time, in January, we were at 427. In February, we are now at 560, which is freaking amazing. Like, it's so crazy. It is so crazy to see this linear growth, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much. Lastly, in terms of views, in January, the last data that we gathered was 8,800. And for February, we are finishing the month with 10,860, which is so cool. So thank you so much. If you've been following along, I have been reading the Avatar series. I have been eating it up. Seriously, I cannot remember the last time that I enjoyed a series so much. I think it would have been when Harry Potter came out in the 2000s, and that's like a series that came out when I was in primary school, and it followed me through all the way until high school. And I think that's the last time that I was hooked to a series. And I remember, like, I don't know if it's because I was a teenager, but after the third one, I was like, nah, whatever. And I kind of, I read it just because I was invested in it, but I was not as passionate as reading the Avatar series. So I have completed A Court of Mist and Fury last week, and I'm currently reading A Court of Wings and Ruin? Like, this is my French accent coming through.
Say ruined.
If you haven't read it, I don't want to give any spoilers, and that's the reason why that I have not described the book yet, because I feel like lots of people would have heard about the series, but if you haven't, it takes place into a fictional world, and there are some fairies, there are some humans. As you can imagine, there is war, but the thing is, like, the character development is just next level. In my eyes, I feel like it's so really well written, and it has really ignited a fire in me to start reading before bed again. And seriously, I cannot put this freaking book down. Like, I go to bed at 9 p.m. and like, for example, I finish a chapter at 8:55 and I'm like, oh my God, I need to read another chapter. And after I read this other chapter, I'm like, oh my God, I have to put it down because I have to go to bed. And every night and every day, I look forward to picking it up and reading again. And to me, this series is, I cannot describe it. It's just like, it's just so well written and the plot is so engaging. And if you are in a reading rut, I strongly recommend that you pick it up. And in terms of the self-help book that I'm reading right now, because I usually have like a fictional book and a self-help book, and this one is called Awareness by Anthony DeMello, and it's very technical and it's very heavy and there's a lot of concepts to process. And I've been working on this book since November, I think mid-November, and I think in March I really want to finish that book. And then, yeah, I will provide some thoughts as well about the book and the next reset. I think that this is something that I will integrate as well. If I finish any books in the previous month, I'll share them with you. And if you can find some book recommendation from this, well, great. I feel like this is going to be a win-win. As part of a good reset, you all know, we do these resets just to make sure that everything is planned out, that we know where we're going, everything is clean so we can focus on, clear space, clear mind, and working towards our goal. And that's the reason why we do decluttering and that we do lots of cleaning and organizing and planning. And this time around, it is included in the equation this time, so yeah, we're going to give her a bath. She has no idea what's about to happen to her. Yeah, good girl. Nico, come here.
Fluffy duck, you smell so good. You smell so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towels. Official guest room, but I have officially turned it into a type of like storage room. So, and especially like this week I kind of folded the clothes and placed it here, so it's kind of has become a second walk-in closet. We absolutely need to remedy that, so I'm gonna bring all of the clothes upstairs and kind of try to tidy it up a little bit so it's a little bit more organized than what it is. Just doing a quick cleanup of all of the things that I have from the last month, all of like photos and videos. And now that I do content creation, I really need to stay on top of that because otherwise iCloud just bursts and I need to make sure that everything is clean. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a digital declutter here. And I think that we can call this reset done. I know it was quick and easy, but you know what guys, these resets are so good. They help us keeping on track as to where we want to go. And I feel so much better now. I'm ready for the month. And I love to take you guys along as I'm resetting for a fresh month. And I hope that you enjoyed this too. I hope that you found a little bit of inspiration. And if you aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment if you feel up to it. The engagement really helps to push this video out there to awesome, lovely homebodies just like you are. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, friends. Bye.